What's up, Heat Nation? The Miami Heat defeated the Sacramento Kings 115 to 106 and have finally snapped their 7-game losing streak. Welcome back to the Team to Beat Miami Heat basketball channel. Before I get into today's video, I just want to thank everybody for their continued support of my channel. I'm on my path to 700 subscribers, getting relatively close. So if you could please subscribe to the channel, that would mean a lot to me. So thank you again. So the Miami Heat defeated the Kings last night, and we're on a win streak, baby. I know it's only one game, but it feels like it's been months since the Miami Heat have won. In the month of January, they've been horrendous. Their offensive rating has plummeted. Their defensive rating has plummeted. And we just look like a unenergetic, disengaged team, just not happy with each other. It looked like there's issues possibly behind the scene. That still may be the case. I don't know. But either way, the Miami Heat finally woke up out of this daze and they defeated a pretty decent team at home. The Kings have Sabonis, De'Aaron Fox, and a few other players that are good. So happy that we were able to gut out this victory. The Heat were up by 18 at one point, which was a surprise because I haven't seen the Heat up by double digits in a long time. And so the Sacramento Kings did what every other team does when Miami has a double-digit lead. They came back, they brought it within 4, but the Miami Heat went on a run of their own late in the fourth quarter to sustain that comeback and overall win the game, which was huge. So just want to touch on the game real quick. So Jimmy Butler has looked really good. He looks like he's finally aware that he needs to play hard and he needs to be aggressive and active and be the leader of this team and the catalyst for this team because he's our number one guy. And we can't be a play-in team at this point. We still have a shot to be a top 6 seed in the East after the 7-game losing streak. So I think he's finally woken up. He's had 4 games in a row with like 25 points plus. So Jimmy's been great. He's looked awesome, been efficient as hell. So Jimmy, 31 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. So doing a little bit of everything. 10 for 14 from the field. Like, amazing. 14 shots, 31 points. That's super efficient and effective. 9 for 12 from the line, 1 steal, only 1 turnover. So Jimmy was fantastic from the get, was able to get to the paint, was hitting his jump shot, 2 for 3 from 3. Can't complain about that. So kudos to Jimmy Butler for helping activate this team and motivating this team. So Tyler Hero also played really well, didn't score a bunch, but he was rebounding the ball really well, playmaking as well, being really decisive with his passing. And he had 14 points, 8 boards, 8 assists. So he looked great. Only took 9 shots. Like, when's the last time we saw Tyler only take 9 shots? That's crazy. So 4 for 9 from the field, 2 for 4 from 3, 4 for 6 from the line. He got to the line 3 times. Look at that. 6 free throws. That's kind of wild. He was trying to get into the paint and he was playing really well, pick and roll with Bam Adebayo. So good to see there. Terry Rozier continuing to struggle offensively with the Miami Heat, but he made up for it with rebounding and playmaking. He had 10 assists specifically. Only 3 points. He was 1 for 8 from the field, 1 for 4 from 3, which is bad, but 5 rebounds and 10 assists, 1 block and 2 steals, only 1 turnover. That assist to turnover ratio is spectacular. So even though Terry wasn't getting it done on the offensive end, he was making sure that folks were in the right spots. He was distributing the ball and moving off the ball really well, getting the ball into Jimmy's hands, Bam's hands at the right time. So really good game from him from a distribution perspective. And Bam, pretty good too as well. Offense is still not spectacular during these past few weeks or the month of January, but 16 points, 11 boards, 4 assists, 8 for 14 from the field. That's efficient. No free throws and no defensive stats that I can account for. But the player of the game for sure has to be Jay Rich off the bench. He literally helped us win this game. He had his best game of the year by far. And he played 27 minutes at 24 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 9 for 16 from the field, 6 for 10 from 3. That was huge. 1 block as well. So huge win for the Miami Heat. Historic night for the Heat in a sense. They had 40 assists on the night, which is just incredible. Good ball movement, and the team looked really good. They shot 50% from the field, which has been great. And they shot 46% from three, 13 for 28, which is huge. They've been shooting like crap for a while now, and only 8 turnovers, and they won the rebounding battle 49-44. So huge. But anyway, um, one thing I want to talk about too is the February trade deadline that's coming up. And so happy the Heat won, but I don't know if this one win is going to alleviate their overall problems and identity. And I still think they might need to make a move to shake things up. And one move that I think possibly could make sense, it's not going to be the most ideal fit in terms of the players that we've been linked to this offseason and season. So bear with me on that. But the LA Clippers are reportedly looking to possibly trade both PJ Tucker and Bones Hyland. And so the Miami Heat could either acquire one or both and have a reunion with Tucker, but I'm not sure I'm sold on the PJ Tucker side. I think I'm more interested in the Bones Hyland piece. So Bones is only 23, started his career with the Denver Nuggets, and he was traded last year to the Clippers, and he only played 14 games last year and wasn't really in the rotation. Well, he kind of was. I guess he got traded at the midway point. He played 42 games with the Nuggets last year, 14 with the Clippers. Didn't get a lot of playing time. And then also this year, he's only played 19 games so far, averaging only 13 minutes. So they're looking to perhaps bolster their roster with another veteran, someone maybe more defensive minded. They have so many ball handlers and scorers that it doesn't really make sense to keep him if they're not going to play him. So he's only averaging 6 points right now and 1 rebound, 1.7 assists. And, he wants an opportunity to play. He's super young. So the Miami Heat could use him because we do need a backup point guard. We have obviously Terry Rozier now, but he's not even a true point guard. So we don't even have a actual point guard on our roster at this point because Drew Smith is hurt. So I think we need two things that we need to address: the power forward position and the backup point guard. I think the power forward position is more crucial. We definitely need more size in the front court, but someone in the backcourt that can help the Miami Heat could be Bones Hyland. So the best season he had with Denver, he was averaging 12 points, 3 assists, 2 boards, and shooting like 38% from three. So he's a capable 3-point shooter on high volume. He's a 36% career 3-point shooter on 5 attempts, averaging 10 points per game, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. So I think he's someone who's young and quick and someone who can help us with one of our biggest issues is scoring. Offensive rating, we're like 23 points per game. We're like almost last. So I think we need to inject some young talent and another point guard on this roster. And it could be a good fit, even though he is also kind of like a combo guard. But anyway, the PJ Tucker piece, PJ is completely out of the rotation after he was traded to the LA Clippers. He's played, 12 games so far with them. He's only averaging 1 point, 2 rebounds, just 14 minutes per game, not getting any time. He wasn't really playing with the Sixers either. He's only played 15 games total, I guess, which is good. He doesn't have a lot of miles this season under his belt, but he is 38 years old. He is also an undersized power forward. He's only 6'5", but he played really well and fit into the Miami Heat system. He was good pals with Jimmy Butler, and he's a dog come playoff time. He's a guy that can give you 15, 20 minutes off the bench or even starting, I guess, and maybe finishing games. And I don't know how healthy he is or if it's not going to make sense to add a 30-year-old. I don't think it does, honestly. I want someone bigger, honestly, that's like 6'10 or 6'11, someone even bigger than Bam. But in theory, he's someone that's worked in our system, and he could spread the floor with that corner 3. And he's tough-minded like Udonis Haslem, and he's passionate and energetic like a Pat Bev type of dude, or Dylan Brooks, who's annoying. But anyway, PJ Tucker could be someone that we could acquire also. The issue might be with salary, so we would have to trade a Caleb Martin, and I don't think I would want to trade a Caleb Martin for PJ Tucker specifically, so I would focus more so on the Bones trade. But if we wanted to hypothetically trade for both PJ Tucker and Bones. Bones is making $2 million. PJ is making 11. I don't think the Clippers are going to buy Tucker out if they don't trade him. So we could sign Tucker if he gets bought out because he's making under 12 million because we're over the first apron. But so we need to get to 13 million in salary, and to do that, we could trade Jay Rich, who's making around 3 million. He could be another veteran that comes off the bench that can hit a three for the Clippers here and there, and he's not bad defensively, as we know. Caleb Martin would be great for a contender, obviously, a 3-and-D player. He would fit really well with that team coming off the bench, and maybe like a Thomas Bryant as well. We would have to fit. But so like the biggest thing is like, would you trade if you're the Clippers, Caleb basically for Bones? I would say yes if I was them. If you're asking me personally, do I want Bones and PJ Tucker for Caleb Martin? Maybe. Not entirely sold. At this point, it seems like we might as well just keep Caleb Martin unless we can get a better piece, like a Kyle Kuzma type player that is possibly available, or like Colin Sexton type player with Kelly Olynyk or something. I don't know. But let me know what you guys think about that option, because the Clippers are apparently shopping Bones and Tucker. Do you think that would be a good fit, or do you think we should focus on a bigger, younger, maybe more athletic power forward? I think I would rather go that route. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys.